Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Pittsburgh's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make. Huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have... stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Averill. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
But so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down. New set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better...
Intercepted!
They're relying lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Allen. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on first down from the 28. Using his legs, it's Allen. And some room to work. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Sweet cut there. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal, you got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Snagged out of the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now they're going to throw it. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's complete! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Allen. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's loose. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 35. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the...
Turning it on! They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Lost a throw on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20, the 10, touchdown Panthers. And the comeback is on.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Rides to back and leaves it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The give to the tailback. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Give to the running back. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second touchdown, Panthers. They move on top here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hope to push this edge out to a field goal. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right in the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make a big gain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Looking for a man. It's Allen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. At the 45 on its way. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gonna swing it on second down. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to make it. And they'll turn it over on downs, and we're going to have a fight to the finish. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to throw. It's Allen. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Got to find a completion on this one. He's going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.